Peace, family. We are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining. Hit that like button. Again, please hit that like button. I will greatly appreciate it. You know, I love y'all. I love every single one of you. Sorry for starting late. I was cooking supper for my son. So today was Taco Tuesday. So I was making tacos, and so we were eating, and I had to make my smoothie and all that good stuff. Before we get started, we got a couple of announcements. Again, we have a couple of announcements. Announcement number 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're rolling to Sierra Leone in April. So citizenship is back on in Sierra Leone. You know, it was put on a brief hold last year. So there was no citizenship or passports given last year, citizenship given, no confirming ceremonies last year. But it is back on for this year, kind of. So the new rules are you have to come twice. So if you come in April, so I'm hosting a group, setting a group up in April. So you come in April, you won't get your passport to the following April. So you have to wait a year. If you come in December, so every April and December, I'll be hosting a group. You come in December, you won't get your passports to the following December. So you have to wait a year. And then the group that came with me this past November, they're getting their passports in this upcoming December. Y'all like my fella shirt? I wish I could see it. This is my fella shirt. I got this in Nigeria. Goodness, this is from NAK, N-A-K. That's the name of the they are in ShopRite Ikeja, that mall. I'm sorry, I have kind of lost my train of thought trying to think of where they're at. They're in ShopRite Ikeja. They have a location there. They have a location in Abuja, and then they also have a location, I want to say, in the Abuja International Airport as well. But yeah, ShopRite Ikeja. That's where you could get the Fela sweatshirt. So yeah, I don't know if they still have them, but yeah, every time I'm in Nigeria, I go to NAK, N-A-K. I buy, I cop some gear because they got some fly stuff. So yeah, so citizenship is back on in Sierra Leone. So if you, and also they're opening it up to more DNA companies. So at one time it was just African ancestry. They only accepted African ancestry, but now they accept African ancestry, ancestry.com, 23andMe, and another company called CRI. So if you're interested in joining us, if you're interested in getting citizenship, please visit donfo.africa. Again, donfo.africa. That's DANFO.Africa. Again, that's DANFO.Africa. Also, we are rolling to Senegal in May for the Jazz Festival. Got a couple spots that opened up. So if you're interested in joining us in Senegal in May, please visit donfo.africa. Then we're going to Nigeria in August for the Oshun Festival. Looking forward to that. And then Zanzibar in September for Safari Blue. Then after that, we're going to Namibia and South Africa in November, and then back to Sierra Leone in December. So if you're interested in joining us, please visit donfo.africa. Again, if you're interested in joining us, please visit Donfo, that's DANFO.Africa, to learn more. Without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. This is where I stand on immigration. Again, this is where I stand on immigration. Booker T. Washington, the Tuskegee model or method, I believe is what he called it. So, Booker T. Washington, him and George Washington Carver, They built Tuskegee University in Tuskegee, Alabama. So what Booker T. Washington would do, he would bring in African immigrants or students to come study under the condition that once they came, once they graduated, that they would go back and develop their countries. So come to Tuskegee, learn the skills, then go back and develop your country. So I agree with that. But if you come over and you decide to stay, you naturalize, you have just as much as right as you're as privileged to this country. You have just as much as a right to this country. There we go. As I do, except for I don't believe you can run for president. You come to America, you develop the skill, you say, you know what? I ain't going back. I'm staying here in America. As a Black American, I ain't going to constantly remind you how, our bones are buried here. And if it wasn't for us Black Americans, y'all wouldn't be able to come over here. I'm not going to do all that. It's how can we work together? How can we collaborate? That's where I'm at. But I think, my opinion, that you should come, develop the skills, go back, develop your country. But if you choose not to, or listen, you could walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. If you decide to do both, that's what's up. But if you're like, listen, I ain't going back, I ain't sending no money back, I'm not going to go back to develop, you have just as much right to this country as me. And I ain't gonna remind you or hang over your head the struggle of Black America, and we made this possible, and the slavery and the Jim Crow and everything we went through. Like, I'm not gonna hang that over your head. I'm like, listen, how can we work together? That's where I'm at. And I want to play this video because I watched this video this morning. It's a lady who voted for Kamala Harris, who's complaining about the lady who's in the thumbnail, Cynthia Erivo. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. I apologize. And of course, it's the same old argument. Why are these immigrants coming to America and taking Black American roles in Hollywood? But during campaign season, during election season, you was riding with Biden and Kamala Harris. When Joe Biden specifically said that his priority was the LGBTQ community and immigrants, immigration. That's what Joe Biden said. And we all know Kamala Harris didn't deviate from that. She was served as Joe Biden's vice president and then asked by the media, the news media, when Kamala Harris was asked by the media, will she do anything different from Joe Biden? She said no. So how are you complaining about immigrants when Sleepy Joe Biden told you that immigrants in the alphabet community were their top priority, not you ADOS FBA Black Americans? And I just think that's crazy work. Like, you voted for Kamala Harris, a product of immigrants. Hold on, stop the show. You voted for Kamala Harris, You voted for Kamala Harris, Sleepy Joe Biden, who said they're putting immigration in the alphabet community first. And now you're upset about immigrants coming to America and taking so-called ADOS, FBA, Black American opportunities. That doesn't make any sense. And then the people who are giving these immigrants the opportunities, it isn't Black people. They're getting hired by white-owned corporations. So you're upset that instead of white people hiring you, they're hiring immigrants. And I want to bring something else up now. Remember when Donald Trump said Black jobs and Black folks got offended? Remember when Donald Trump said Black jobs and Black folks got offended? So you're upset at Donald Trump saying Black jobs, but then you say that immigrants are taking Black American jobs. Then you're upset about DEI being canceled and how it's affecting Black people. So you clearly know what a Black job is. I don't know. That's just interesting. But I just think it's crazy work to vote for the Democratic Party, for Kamala Harris, for Sleepy Joe, and then be upset that immigrants are coming and getting employed by white people. That's crazy. But guys, links in the chat room. Link is in the chat room. If you want to call in and add to the conversation, you're more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation. I think Trump's State of the Union address is tonight, and allegedly freaking Maxine Waters and Maxine Waters Jr., the lady from what's her name? Guys, what's her name? The new Maxine Waters, her understudy. She's just loud and obnoxious, just as Maxine. You know, somebody that yells and says a lot, but is not really saying nothing. Man, what's her name? Somebody help me out. What's her name? Jasmine Crockett. There we go. Jasmine Crockett. Yeah, so her, Jasmine Crockett, and Maxine Waters, they're supposed to yell and scream at Donald Trump's State of the Union address tonight. And that's going to be interesting because, you know, Donald ain't going to play that. So they're supposed they're supposed to be loud and ratchet at the State of the Union address. So that's going to be interesting. Guys, links in the chat room. If you want to call in after the convo, you're more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation. But yeah, that's definitely going to be interesting. The State of the Union State of Union oh, they're planning a mass walkout during Trump's speech. Okay, all right. Well, we'll walk out. Act like little babies and walk out. That's fine. If you want to walk out, go ahead and walk out. Goodness. A mass walkout. Oh, well, what's that? That's not going to solve anything at all. They're going to throw a fit, an adult temper tantrum, and walk out. Okay, all right, whatever. Yeah, they're gonna walk out. Okay, whatever. That's great. So I'll watch out. I'll watch it tonight. I think it comes on at 9, maybe. Hold on, let me see. State of the Union address. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not sure what time it comes on. Let's see here. What time does it come on? 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. So it comes on at 9. So I'll watch it. Don't know if I'm gonna live stream it, but I'll definitely I'll definitely be watching them. But guys, links in the chat room. If you want to call in, you're more than welcome to call in. But yeah, how crazy is that? Complaining about black immigrants, but you voted for Kamala Harris. I just think that's wild, if you ask me. Yeah, nobody's will call in. We'll go ahead and log out. Yeah, if nobody's will call in. We'll go ahead and log out. Yeah, instead of walking out, can they just leave Congress? Well, they keep getting voted in, so. But it's interesting. Like, they don't want to come to the table and just sit down with Trump and say, "Hey, let's negotiate." They just want to throw temper tantrums. Audrey, why don't you call in, Audrey? Instead of asking Colin to call in, why don't you call in? Audrey, won't you call in? Instead of asking Colin to call in, won't you call in? Yeah, but instead of throwing a temper tantrums, like, how about just sit down with the guy? I mean, he's the president. He's not going nowhere. Yeah, so I think we'll see. Maxine Waters and Jasmine, they're gonna be what did she do at Biden's address? Call him Sam, man. Let's pull up the video. What did Marjorie Taylor Greene do at Biden's address? Hold on, let's pull it up. Yeah, what did she do at Biden's address? Let's see. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Hold on, we'll pull it up. Okay. Oh no, we'll play it. We'll play it. Hold on, we'll play it. Hold on. We'll play it right now. Let's see what happened.
Hey guys, Toby Mathis here, and question I get all the time is, how do I make my personal assets invisible? Well, first off, can you even do?
In November, my team began serious negotiation with a bipartisan group of senators. The result was a bipartisan bill with the toughest set of border security reforms we've ever seen. Oh, you don't think so?
Now that's a lie. Now hold on, Mr. Sandman. She might have a point to lie. She might have a point and a reason to yell liar. Immigration was unchecked under Biden. Ask New York, ask Chicago. Hold on, let me finish though. Let me finish. I might have stopped too soon.
So, oh, you don't like that bill, huh? That conservatives got together and said it was a good bill? I'll be darned. That's amazing. That bipartisan bill would hire 1,500 more security agents and officers, 100 more immigration judges to help tackle the backload of 2 million cases, 4,300 more asylum officers, and new policies so they can resolve cases in 6 months instead of 6 years now. What are you against? 100 more high-tech drug detection machines to significantly increase the ability to screen and stop vehicles smuggling fentanyl into America. That's killing thousands of children.
None of that worked. None of that, Mrs. Sandman, none of that worked. None of that worked. We have a huge fentanyl issue still. She might have a point.
This bill would save lives and bring order to the border. It will also give me and any new president
We still had a fentanyl issue. We still had an immigration issue and a fentanyl issue here in America under Biden, and it got out of control. So she might have a point by calling him a liar, but let's continue.
New emergency authority to temporarily shut down the border when the number of migrants at the border is overwhelming. The Border Patrol Union has endorsed this bill. The Federal Chamber of Commerce is, yeah. You're saying low. Look at the facts. I know you know how to read. I believe that given the opportunity for a majority in the House and Senate would endorse the bill as well, a majority right now. But unfortunately, politics has derailed this bill so far. I'm told my predecessor called members of Congress in the Senate to demand they block the bill. He feels political win, he viewed it as would be a political win for me and a political loser for him. It's not about him, it's not about me. I'd be a winner. Not really. Lincoln Riley, an innocent young woman who was killed by an illegal. That's right. But how many of thousands of people being killed by illegals? To her parents, I say, my heart goes out to you, having lost children myself. I understand. But look, if we change the dynamic at the border, people pay these smugglers $8,000 to get across the border because they know if they get by and let into the country, it's 6 to 8 years before they have a hearing. And it's worth it taking the chance of the $8,000. But if it's only 6 weeks, the idea is it's highly unlikely that people will pay that money and come all that way, knowing that they'll be able to be kicked out quickly. Folks, I would respectfully suggest my Republican friends owe it to the American people, get this bill done. We need to act now. And if my predecessor is watching, instead of paying politics and pressuring members of Congress to block the bill, join me in telling the Congress to pass it. We can do it together. But that's what here's what he will not do. I will not demonize immigrants saying they are poison in the blood of our country. I will not separate families. I will not ban people because of their faith. Unlike my predecessor on my first day in office, I introduced a comprehensive bill to fix our immigration system. Take a look at it. It has all these and more. Secure the border. Provide a pathway to citizenship for dreamers, and so much more. But unlike my predecessor, I know who we are as Americans. We're the only nation in the world with a heart and soul that draws from old and new. Home to Native Americans, and ancestors have been here for thousands of years. Home to people of every place, from every place on earth.
My bad. When Joe Biden said home to Native Americans that have been here thousands of years, he ain't talking about you fake Negro Native Americans. He ain't talking about y'all, okay? He ain't talking about you. I ain't African. We was here before Columbus. He ain't talking about y'all. He talking about the real Native Americans that came across the Bering Strait, not you fake ones. Just to make Joe Biden clear. All right, go ahead.
They came freely. Some came in chains. Some came when famine struck, like my ancestral family in Ireland. Some to flee persecution, to chase dreams that are impossible anywhere but here in America. That's America. And we all come from somewhere, but we're all Americans. Look, folks, we have a simple choice. We can fight about fixing the border, or we can fix it. I'm ready to fix it. Send me the border bill now.
Miss Sandman, go ahead.
Yeah. I think it's unfair to, crucify the black female caucus for protesting against Trump. They're not the only ones protesting against Trump. There's protests all over the country, and it's just unfortunate that when it's a white woman like Marjorie Taylor Greene
Right.
protesting in the middle of the speech, is just considered her being strong. But if a black woman do it, then it's considered her being ratchet. Not to mention that there's another video, if you want, you can play that as well, where Marjorie Taylor Greene had some racist epithets that she was throwing at Crockett during a argument they were having during a hearing.
What
And
did
that's also,
what did you say about Crockett?
she said that she got this was right in the middle of a hearing. They were having a disagreement about some litigation that they were trying to vote on. And she said something to the effect of, you got like a weave and fake eyelashes or something.
Okay.
So what would she bring that up for? What does that have to do with, the litigation that they were going through?
I agree that it was probably said at the wrong time, but it's I mean, but Mrs. Sandman, what is Crockett actually doing besides yelling and flipping her weave and rolling her eyes everywhere? What does she actually do?
I haven't seen much of what she's doing. I just know, when I listen to her talk during some of the hearings, I think that she brings up some interesting points, and I think that she has the potential.
Like what? That men can be girls?
No, she wasn't talking about that. She's more,
But she yes, talks about that.
I haven't heard her talk about that particular.
I'll pull it up for you. But go ahead.
Okay, yeah. The stuff that I heard her talking about was she was talking about civil rights, and she was also talking about reparations, because a lot of Republicans have like a lot to say about reparations and who deserves it, who doesn't.
Man, Jasmine ain't giving you no reparations, man. The Black Caucus they're not doing nothing about the reparations. They're more concerned about immigrants and your boy Zelensky.
Right.
They make that clear.
Well, it's all a part of the agenda. They all connect with each other. You can't be like too focused on one particular thing. There's a lot of different things that need to get taken care of in regard to the government. So you can't just say, let's just focus on Black issues alone and then let everything else fall apart. Black issues, what's going on in Europe or Eastern Europe with Russia and the Ukraine, it affects Black Americans in the United States and all over the world. So
how does it affect Black Americans? What's going on in the Ukraine and Russia?
If there's a world war, all right, half of the military is Black or Latino. All of the money that's getting sent over there to help them fight that war.
And guess what? Trump stopped it.
Yeah, but now it looks like a world war is intensifying because he stopped it.
It's not intensified. It was intensified under Biden. It's calming down now. But Zelensky said today that he's ready to negotiate peace. He said it today. So how's that intensifying?
Oh well, let's hope he keeps to it, because as soon as he left the White House, he went straight to Europe.
I said today. He said that he's ready to discuss peace, and he apologized. He pretty much apologized to Trump.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying everything happens so fast nowadays. It's hard to keep track of it, because just a second ago they were at each other's throat, and then 24 hours later, Zelensky is in the UK talking to the king and the queen, and he's backed by all of the leaders, all of the prime ministers of the EU. All of them have his support and telling him that NATO is going to support him if Russia
Yeah, well,
takes.
that's water in the bridge now. Zelensky wants peace. That's what he said. He's willing to negotiate a treaty. That's what he
Uh,
said today.
what does the negotiation look like? What does peace mean to Zelensky?
And in the war, he's ready to talk and sit down and end the war. And he pretty much apologized to Trump.
And what are the terms of ending the war?
We don't know yet, but he said he's ready to sit down and negotiate peace.
Oh, okay, because the thing is, Russia still has part of Ukraine, right? They
That
got
that
part
and
of
then,
Ukraine.
and then more than likely gonna keep it.
Okay, well, I don't think that the Ukrainians went to war and lost, hundreds of thousands of civilians and troopers just to give up the land that they had already lost.
Well, that land is gone.
I don't know. Seems like they're at the point of no return. I believe that. I don't know. There has to be some type of stipulations in that. You can't just say, okay, yeah, you kill, half of 500,000 of my men, women, and children in Ukraine, and for nothing.
Well, the land is gone. And people died. Go ahead, Kadoi.
All right. From the topic that I saw here, I want to talk about the immigrant issue. First of all, I don't think it's wrong for somebody to complain about immigrant issue, especially when it is illegal immigrant, right? But the question here is, all right, let's put it in there. First, address the legal immigrant before we talk about the illegal. For the illegal part, I'm not against it because everybody coming to another man's country, you should come there legally. But for the legal aspect, those that are complaining about immigrants, what are the immigrants doing to them? Are the immigrants taking their jobs away from them? Those are some of the questions
Well,
that
this is
I
the
have to
thing.
put in.
So when Donald Trump said black jobs, black folks got upset. Now the same black folks are complaining about DEI and they're complaining about immigrants taking their jobs. So they don't know what a black job is when Trump says it, but all of a sudden they know it when it comes to DEI and
Yeah.
I guess these so-called immigrants taking black American roles.
You know, um, I have some relatives, so I have some Liberian relatives in the States, and they tell me that there are still a lot of jobs vacancy in the States. There are many. They said some of them, I hear them talk that some of those people just complain, and, like they just panic too much because there are still a lot of jobs
There's
in the
plenty of
States.
jobs out there. They're just
Yeah.
complaining.
So I don't know, like, what is especially I've noticed that they have a hate towards black immigrants mostly. Like when I've listened to several I listen to other African American YouTubers, like those black American and YouTubers, most of them, there are some of them, they talk about how black immigrants are going in their country, and they talk a lot of negative things about black immigrants. The black immigrants from the Southern era, like this, like South America, Mexico, the Caribbean, they say, and Africa. They say, like all of those other black immigrants are going there. They complain. They don't really complain about white immigrants like that. That's one of the things I've noticed. They mostly complain about black immigrants. Yes. So what
All right.
is their hate? What is their hate? What is the hate they have for black immigrants?
They're just I don't know. I don't know the word bipolar. They're bipolar as hell. That's all. They're just bipolar. We're dealing with a bipolar group of people.
Yeah, and they actually, like those are some of the things that like they need to that they actually need to get over that. The world is the times are changing now. We're in the 21st century. It's now like people shouldn't be complaining on the same thing for many years like that. Yeah, they need to get over that.
Yeah.
See
Let me
what?
pass it. D Toto Kisser, go ahead.
Man, first thing, shout out to your platform, my brother. You're doing great things in the country and in other countries, especially taking people on tours, man. And also shout out to your boy College Genesis. He's over there in Liberia right now. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all support College Genesis and Brandon Pan African Strikes Back, man. But I just got a couple of questions for Sandman. Sandman, Mr. Sandman, did you vote for Kamala Harris?
I plead the fifth. I don't want to talk about what
Bro, you
political
get up
views
here.
Oh,
You get
man.
up.
What type of
Come on,
man
bro.
says
Don't be
that, bro? He did.
Mr. Sandman. I never took you as a dude like that, bro. I swear I didn't.
Well,
I swear I didn't.
the thing about me is
It's
I've
just a
never
yes or
voted.
no question, Mr. Sandman.
Well, I want to add some context to it because
Bro,
I've never voted.
Mr. Sandman, bro. Give the answer, then give the context.
No, because you're going to interrupt me before I get
No,
at the
I'm not
context.
going to interrupt you. I'm not going to interrupt you at all because I'm the one got the floor. You know what I'm saying? I just asked you a simple question. Did you vote for Kamala? You want to give me the song and dance. Just tell me the name of the song before you do the song and dance. That's all I want to know.
Only if I can have a guarantee that you will interrupt me before
No,
I
this
have my
ain't
context.
man, bro. What are you talking about? You sound
Bro,
like
I will go in,
Hey,
in front of a bunch of liberals and tell them I voted Trump, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, goddamn, Tika Lee, man. I just won't even ask you, bro. I won't even ask you now, bro. Cause that sound like that's why Zelensky over there getting his ass whooped, getting his country drawn through the mold, and your ass, silly ass, sitting up here talking about that he died so nobody can't take their land. The big army versus little army. What are you talking about? He ain't got no choice. It's either get down or lay down. What are you talking about? Either he got a choice or his country get destroyed. You was in the military, Mr. Sandman. It's crazy to hear you talk like that. And then you say that the Europe backed them. No, the Europe ain't backed them. You get up here and you act like Elvis sometime. Cause that ain't what the Europeans did. The Europeans came up here and talked to them, but all the European leaders say ain't nothing can happen without the United States. Why you think they ain't been putting up the bill? They next door. They right next door. You up there in Philly. That's just like Baltimore, New Jersey, and New York ain't helping you, but goddamn Mexico helping you. Mexico footing the bill, and the people around you just bring you over and pat you on the back. Who the fuck is the king and queen of whoever the fuck they are? They ain't giving them no missiles. They ain't giving them no javelins. They ain't giving them no air defense systems. They just bring him in there and pat him on his back. Man, you sound crazy up in here. And then to sit up here and talk about Jasmine ratchet ass hood booger glue flipped up on her goddamn forehead, Crockett that sit up there and yelling and screaming. Man, y'all sitting up, y'all black men trip me out, sit up there wanting a woman to lead you. Wanted a woman to lead you, voting for a female, voting for a female's Tika Lee, voting for a female's pussy.
Hey, are you American or not?
These dudes were running around for 90 days talking about a female's
like you
pussy.
Live in one of those Muslim
He talking about he got to do something
law.
about toxic masculinity, bro.
What color leggings you got on, Mr. Sandman? That's crazy, bro.
Is the Constitution says that everyone has a right. Everyone has civil rights, including women.
What are you talking? They got all the rights in the world.
Bro, y'all men are, bro. That's why the black man is failing, bro.
Tika Lee, I'm gonna let you cook, bro. Let me get this last part out. The whole Middle East was in a war, hotbed. Iran, Israel, whatever. And you wanted a laughing ass woman up there that giggling can't answer a question?
What? Who was laughing?
Oh my God. Go ahead, Tika Lee, bro.
Oh, hey, bro, I was gonna let you cook, man, because I just got some little stuff. First of all, bro, you a man, bro. Don't be scared to tell anyone who you voted for. Stand on it, bro. You voted for, come on, stand on it, bro. Like all the pleading for fifth, it would be a shock that you go and you turn around and vote for Trump, talk and the way you talking. The question I have for you.
Am I on trial here? Because when Trump was on trial,
stand on it, man. Be a man. Yeah, I voted for Kamala.
Why I got to get on the stand?
Yeah, bro, you ain't got no stand.
Like, it's not gonna hurt you, bro.
You can't even say that. You can't even pull yourself up to the chair, bro. You ain't on stand. So just stay standing back. I apologize for even asking you. I apologize for even asking you the question. Go ahead, Tika Lee.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, Stanley. No, the question because he's talking about World War III. So I just got a question for you. Why do you think it's bad for Trump to try to end this Ukraine-Russian war when it pertains to World War III?
Oh, I don't think it's bad for him to try to end it. Who said that?
Okay, never mind.
I thought this
Okay.
discussion was about Marjorie Taylor Greene and Crockett.
Okay, so you agree with Trump's steps, and you disagree with Zelensky trying to continue the war. Is that correct?
Well, when you look at the full context of the situation, if I was in Zelensky's shoes and I had an agreement with the United States that I was going to get backed if I joined this war, and all of a sudden because someone else wins the election and I'd already done lost 500,000 people, now I might be a little salty because I had a degree. You reneged on the deal.
Yeah, but is Trump correct and Vance correct in this situation in scolding Zelensky? Because Zelensky doesn't want to end the war. So who do you think is more right? Trump's position trying to bring peace, trying to end the war, or Zelensky's position trying to stop Russia and try to keep fighting in this war? Who is more correct in your opinion?
Just saying, scolding him, he's a grown man. What's scolding him going to do?
But bro, who is more correct, bro?
Oh my
Zelensky
God,
trying to
bro.
continue the war or Trump trying to end it?
Well, I'm trying to say at that point, if I'm in Zelensky's shoes,
Oh my God, bro!
and I lost 500,000 men, and sacrificed
continue the
all
war.
them lives, hey,
Let me add this, right?
Zelensky might get hung by his own people.
Okay.
If he walk
Granted,
away
so
from this,
then Trump is
because
correct.
a lot
Okay.
of them
That's
men,
all I want to say.
a lot of them men that's dug in, fighting in that war, they might be looking like, yo, what you talk about, man? I done lost my brother, my uncle, my father, my son. Nah, this ain't over.
Let me add this, right? I know that this is a Pan-African stage, I'm guessing, like for the most part. How could you vote for the Democrats?
Don't guess. Why don't you ask? Well, don't guess. Why don't you ask? No need to assume. How about you ask?
All right, brother. I can't ask everybody, brother. Let me just.
Yes, you can.
Go ahead, Vovo Rand. What's your question?
Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you. How could you vote for the Democrats when Kamala literally went to Africa and tried to say that she was going that the Democrats was going to cut off their aid if they don't take an LGBT stance? There's no way that a Pan-Africanist could vote for the Democrats.
What Pan-African?
He literally went to Africa.
I agree.
Yeah, like they literally trying to change these people's tradition, their way of life. The way you have sex is part of your tradition. You know what I mean? And she would try to say that we're going to cut money off unless you have sex in a certain way, unless you accept this certain sexual behavior. That's how you treat a prostitute.
Why did Trump cut aid from Africa then?
Trump cut aid from Africa because it's time to stop calling it aid. But that's not that's besides the point. But it's just time to stop calling the shit aid.
Trump cut aid from Africa because Africans started to stand up for their rights.
No, that's not true.
God,
that's not true. Africa shouldn't need aid. Period. They call it aid to make it seem like they're doing something noble. They're giving them money and they're cheating them out of their stuff. That's what it is. So
Africa ain't standing up to nobody.
Africa ain't standing up for their rights. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no. I said Africa started to stand up, meaning that most of neo-colonialism was on, like after colonialism, they were still Europe and America was still practicing neo-colonialism on the African continent, and you know that a lot of like there are still some countries on the African continent that are still cool with America. Not all countries.
All of them still cool with America.
No.
I know you're gonna name 3 or 4 countries. You're gonna name 3 or 4 countries out of 50-something countries.
Out of 54.
I know that's the go-to. I know. At the end of the day,
America.
Hey, Bovo Rat. Listen, man, these dudes weren't concerned with that when they were talking about Kamala Harris. These dudes just wanted a woman. It's some in these I call them super ultra mama boys quote glorified sugar boys. They just wanted a woman to lead them. They look at Kamala like they mama. You know, these dudes being loved, you know, overly in love with their mamas, and they want to see a female lead. They want to see a female get a turn. They ain't care about geopolitics. They ain't care about them trying to push a gay agenda. They ain't care about them letting, you know, 700,000 a week. Now, did you remember we pulled that up? 700,000 a week. Immigrants coming in the country. They don't care about black people being the third minority now. They don't give a damn about Latinos now. Double our numbers. They don't care nothing about none of that. All they care about was black girl magic. She's smiling and she giggling and she all about loves and hugs. Volvo, do you not understand? You sound like a pragmatic guy. Don't you know that all presidents are killers? Don't y'all
Yeah,
understand
of
that
course.
all
Of
presidents are
course.
killers?
But who can
Yeah.
our black daughters look up to?
All right,
What?
Toto.
I'm messing with
What?
you.
Nah, what? Yeah, get him off here. Kick him out of here.
No,
Let me get
that's
the
the
kick button.
you know what, but that's their rationale. They
That was
say
their
things like,
Oh, you playing
rationality.
around?
what can my black daughter look up to? So you know what I'm
Her
saying? We need
mama?
our black daughters to look up to someone.
Man, fuck all that,
So
man. I'm
how would
about
y'all
who gon'
respond to that?
I'm about who's the
All
best
right,
for the
all
position.
right,
I
all right.
don't
You
care.
know what? Yeah. Oh, let me
I don't care about
let me.
blackface in a high place. None of that. We already had all that stuff. I'm about
All right,
who's the best person for the job.
all right.
That
Volvo. Yeah, Attorney.
Volvo,
Yeah.
you been
One
lost in
minute,
the
please.
sauce. If you was
One
on here
minute.
3 months
One minute.
ago, you should have heard all the stuff that they were saying up here, bro. You know, reproductive right. That's another word for abortion. They was up here
Yeah.
wanting to vote for a female's box, some pussy. That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted.
Damn.
So, you know the issue of Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, right? For me, if I was in the States and I was a Black American, what I would think of is this. You know, like for me, I vote mainly based on my belief. I'm a Christian, so I vote based on my belief. And according to my belief, that once you have competent men in our society, that is, the competent men should occupy leadership position before the, you know, like ahead of the women. But when you are not seeing competent men there, and the woman there is competent, let her occupy that space for some time until the competent men can come to occupy the space. So at that particular time, the only reason why I wouldn't have voted for Kamala Harris was because of the LGBTQ agenda she was pushing. But if Kamala Harris was the only, if there was no competent, if I never saw a competent black man, you know, in the race, and I see a competent black woman with a good agenda, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind to vote for her.
Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing with that, right? Like you said, you're not over here, so you don't understand. Under the Democrats, right? Not just the LGBT thing. That's only one problem. They
Yeah.
made Black Americans the face of Asian hate,
Yep.
and they gave them a crime bill. And we've been going through the worst shit in recorded history. And they gave these Asians a specific crime bill because some crazy homeless crackheads, pushed over a couple Asians to
I
the
just
point
have
to where
one.
they was giving perp walks to anybody that fart around an Asian and it's too smelly. Was doing a
I
perp
want to.
And
walk.
we hey
I just
Volvo,
have
and we
one
got
advice
Al
for Black
Sharpton.
Americans.
They
I
gi-
just have
they
one
give
advice.
they
Yeah.
give all these other groups laws and benefits, and we got Al Sharpton and goddamn dentures, you know, 24 karat dentures, Maxine Water with that funeral home wig on her head. That's what we got.
Right.
I just have one
And you know the
advice for
sad
Black
thing, and let
Americans.
me say something. Let me say something, y'all. Let me tell you something. Me and Mr. Sandman is cool. You get what I'm saying? But I never thought he thought like that until this Kamala thing came about. He sit up here just caping for the Democrat Party and everything. Like, listen, I'm a fair person. I don't say what Trump did was wrong, and I don't say what Kamala did, what the Democrat Party did is wrong. But you sit up there and just all you talk about is what the Democrat is doing right, and then they're bringing in another group of people that's double your population, putting them up in hotels and giving them EBT cards and, you know what I'm saying, letting them out of jail and protecting them and hiding them and feeding them when they don't even do that shit for us. But you still caping for that party with a party. And then this is the thing, Volvo. I was going to get you to. Well, I want to know this: why, since they wanted Sloppy Joe to have a quote unquote black woman / Indian / dirty wine roti girl up there as this vice president, why you think black women didn't say, hey, Kamala, these black men that was a vote for her, why you think they ain't say, hey, why don't you put a black man as your vice president? Why you think they ain't asked for that?
All right.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I come in like let me just give the advice I have right before I go. Right, I just want to give this short advice because I have something to shortly, please. Um, the last time I said it on another show, and I'm gonna say it again. Right, you are in a country right now. You are a citizen of America, but what matters in the law of one of the things I learned about the law of life and social and politics in a law of life is in a particular environment when there are more than one group of people in the environment, always one group of people will rule that environment. That's how it is always is. So once you are in that environment, you will always be dictated to. So one thing you gotta do is every man was created to rule. Every man need to have his own place to rule. So if in order for Black Americans to thrive and to end this particular to solve the mystery, I think that is been to solve this problem is to have their own land, yes, and to stop being going after this like different American leaders all the time complaining they're doing this for me, they're not doing this for me, oh they are doing this to the Black community. Two things involved: follow your either you go by your either you go back to the land of your origin and claim it as your
This is the
claim it as
land.
a
This
nation,
is.
or they are coming either you go back to the land of your origin and claim it as a nation, or you if you are not native to America, if you don't want to go back to your land to the land of your origin, you guys come together, you fight and take a land from there and own it as a nation, because as nation is not given to you, or freedom is not given, freedom is taken. You have to take it. Because I've like this thing I've gone on for since I have
Well,
like for 400 or 500 years now. Like you always see this same thing. Like Black people always be complaining, oh they are not doing, oh they are doing this to
well,
Black. Do you know what should happen
everybody's
to them?
complaining.
Do you know that?
Hey,
Oh,
Cadell,
Everybody's complaining. Hold on.
Where
Let me
you
say this.
from, my
Let me
brother?
say this. Hold on. Let me say this.
I'm from Liberia.
Okay.
Let me say this, right? Uh, everybody's complaining. Everybody's complaining. Liberians got complaints. So let's not act like we're the
It's
only
different from
ones
your
that's
complaint. It's
complaining.
different.
This
Liberia is a
is the land
nation.
of our origin.
Liberia is
This
a Black
is
people
the
nation.
land of our origin. This is our land right here. If you think you're gonna go somewhere, if you think you're gonna outrun white supremacy, you got another thing coming.
So that is the land
You
of our
don't
origin, but
running
not the
away ain't the
other.
answer.
No, say
Leaving ain't the
no.
answer.
It's not
But
What?
running away.
you think
It is
It's
running away.
land of
hey
no,
Volvo, you
but
think sitting up on them for 400 years or 600 more 400 more years while you being reduced to the third party citizens is any better?
I we not being reduced to no third party citizen. I don't know
We
where
are,
y'all
I mean,
getting that from.
hold on, my fault. Third third minority. That's what I meant.
The what do you mean
Vovo,
third one? We're
Vovo,
not being
Vovo,
reduced to the third minority.
We are,
Vovo,
bro, we
Vovo,
already the third minority, Volvo,
No,
just
no,
based
we're
on
not.
numbers.
Vovo.
All of
The
hold on,
black
wait, real
people in that
fast.
nation, the black
All of
people in that nation are from
Latinos.
Africa.
Oh
I
man, huh?
said,
What?
Go,
I said the
Cano,
black.
go, Cano, you see the brother talking, bro. You see him talking. Go ahead, Volvo.
All Latinos ain't the same. Mexicans don't like Puerto Ricans. Puerto Ricans don't like Dominicans. Dominicans don't like Cubans. All them people ain't the same people.
Yeah,
We the biggest ethnic group in the country. Period. All Latinos ain't the,
hold on, Volvo. But by that same logic, we don't like each other.
no, what I'm saying is they're
Stick
not the
together.
same people. Well, let me not say like. They're
But see,
not
but
the
this is
same.
but hold
Oh,
on, Volvo. Let me say this though. This is the difference between them and us. Even though all of them don't get along, that's fine. But they still got a Latin association. They still got a
what? That's
Latin.
nothing.
Yeah, no,
That
hold
don't mean
on,
nothing.
Volvo, hold on. That is something because that means that they can pick pick their candidates. That means that the senators and the congressional members go to them for their vote. That means that they vote as a block. They vote
No,
as
they
a
don't,
unit.
bro.
Yeah,
No, they
bro.
don't.
Yes, they,
No,
bro.
they
You,
don't.
Volvo.
No, they don't.
Just because you saying no,
Okay,
they don't.
brother.
They have the numbers
Okay,
to
brother.
prove it, bro.
Wait, calm down, brother. Calm down. They don't
No,
got the
no, no.
numbers to prove it.
I'm actually telling you to calm down.
Ah,
You just saying,
I'm saying you. Why you yelling?
bro,
Yeah, that's
Why
why.
are you yelling?
bro,
Calm down.
Loud.
Let's have a
I got a
conversation.
new
You just
iPhone and
loud.
y'all loud and motherfucker. But you know what's
Loud as
bro.
interesting
hell,
though?
huh?
What's
He's
interesting is
just
that you
yelling,
have
yelling,
fourth
yelling.
generation Mexicans, you got third and second generation Mexicans yet, and they might not totally get along, but they will come together and get along. Whereas you have African
Exactly.
Americans, you got African Americans denying the fact that they come from Africa. They don't even come from Africa. And they sixth,
That's
seventh
not true.
generation removed, and they not
Have you?
from Africa.
We're
That's
not
not
They're
from
He
true.
Africa.
one of them.
they
He
don't even
one of
want
them,
to
Shy.
acknowledge. Some of them don't even want to
I'm one of
acknowledge.
them.
Some of them
I'm
don't
one
even
Shy,
of
want
he
to
them.
one of
acknowledge
them.
any African ancestry. They don't want to even
Those who don't,
acknowledge it. Now, what I
those who
say to
don't want to
Well,
you
acknowledge
is
it,
that you
let them
are
do it.
Indian, you are Pequot, you are Iroquois.
oh, bro,
So
you
why are you
trolling,
in?
bro.
Why are you
This
in
shit
this
is trolling.
conversation?
Yeah, this shit trolling.
If you're from the United
This
States
shit
and
trolling. This
you're
shit trolling.
indigenous, why are you in this conversation with black people?
This shit trolling.
Go to your
This shit
native
trolling.
Indian group because you were
All
Nah, he
right, bro.
ain't
You get
reclassified.
trolling.
enough trolling,
You were
bro. Yeah, you get enough
reclassified
trolling. We got
as
you. You got.
Iroquois or Atakapak.
All
You were
right, you had that
reclassified into
loaded. You had that
Negro.
loaded.
Right.
You had that loaded. It
So
fell
so
flat.
so
It ain't going nowhere.
stop. Stop it.
You stop. No, you stop, bro. That's
Right.
weird. That's weirdo
No,
shit.
no, you're
We having
weird
a
because you're in the wrong
we
room, bro. You're not
we
from you're from
we
this
having a real
country.
conversation.
Right.
Well, we
Okay.
having a
I
real
digress. I
conversation, and
digress.
you
I
can
digress.
yeah. You
But
always
now
But
digress.
the but
Volvo,
the point that I
what
made,
Shy
At
said
the
was
end of the
right.
day,
thank
I'm
you.
not about to just go anywhere in Africa and just be like I'm back.
No,
They
you're
don't
from
do
the
that
United
over there.
States. You're from
I'm
the
from
United
the
States.
United
You have
States.
nothing to
Yes,
do with
I'm from the
Africa.
United. Yeah,
You
I'm
have
from the United States.
what's your nation? What's your ethnic group?
I'm a Black American.
No, you're not. If you're from this
Well,
country, you're not Black American. You're
I'm a Black American.
Cherokee. You're
You're Native
Cherokee.
But
American.
well,
Right,
listen,
you're
my
Cherokee.
family when they said that they was selling Negroes, they was talking about my family. When they said no Negroes allowed, they was talking about my family. When they was talking about the Negro League, they was
You
talking
can't
about my
have but you
family.
can't have it
When they
both
were saying
ways.
when they
You
were
can't
saying I'm
not be
Volvo.
from Africa and then be from here.
Oh my God, man.
when I look at
But
my
anyway,
family's
back to the
lineage,
point. Back to the
when I
That
look
point.
at
makes
my
you a
family's
Native
lineage,
American if your
when I
people is
look at
from
my
here.
when I look at my family's documents going back to the 1700s, all of it say America.
That makes you
I don't have no.
if all your
I'm talking
family
about
originated in America, that makes
y'all
you a
got
Native
this.
American.
Y'all want to hang
Right.
on to this fantasy African story,
No,
What are you
no,
none of
talking
y'all
no.
about,
can.
You
man?
said it. It came
You
out your
having your
mouth.
you having your own conversation, Volvo.
Right.
Y'all having your
It
own
came out
conversation.
your
Y'all
mouth.
brought that up.
No,
Y'all brought
you're
that
No,
up
having
in
you
your
here.
said
own
you're not
conversation.
you're from here. You're
I
not from
am from
Africa.
here. I'm
All
from
right.
here.
So
That
then
makes
why
Yes,
are
you
you
a
in the
Native
conversation?
American.
yes.
Right.
Then why are you here?
Right.
Well,
That's
all
what
right.
you
Well,
are.
yeah. I would say, yeah. I am a Native American. I
Okay,
am
Then
Native
then.
to
what you
America.
was
Yeah.
fighting for then?
What do you
Then why
mean?
you
What am I fighting
here?
for? I was talking on the
No,
topic of the space.
no. Shy
That's what I
said
came.
that if all your people is from here, he said
Yeah.
some people are from here and they say they're from here and they always been for
I'm
him.
not talking.
That makes them.
I'm not.
We're talking
Don't let
about you.
me
I'm
in.
talking about you. Yeah, I'm
Don't
talking
let me
about
in with
you.
the no. What y'all trying to do is let me in with the goofy.
No,
We
The
these
bro.
what?
No.
Jaguar
Oh
tribes and
my
all these
You
God, bro.
weird.
said it.
Hey, you know what? Man, let me tell you something, man. My name Hustle Smart. I don't do no gotcha questions. I ain't trying to
Yes,
walk
you
you in
do.
through the back door, the front
Yes,
door.
you do.
I don't talk like that, bro. I'm from
Well,
Bankhead
then you
Court,
would
bro.
listen. Well, then
I
you
don't
would.
even play
Well,
them
then you
type
would
of
listen.
games. I don't even
I
play them
thought you was
type of
from
games. Try to
Africa. I
get you
thought you
on
was
no
from
gotcha
Africa.
question, bro.
I thought you was from Africa.
No, but you said
Who
it
told you that?
yourself.
Oh, you said you from Bankhead Court? Now I don't know which one is it. You Cape and
Who
Hard for
told
Africa? What?
you y'all from Africa? You didn't
I'm
answer
from
Oh, I
that.
thought
Africa.
that's
My
what you were saying.
ancestors
I
come
thought.
from
No,
Well, what's
Africa.
you
the
ain't thought
answer?
that because you ain't heard me say that,
Well,
bro.
then
But
what you
I'm
arguing
saying
for? What
it.
I'm saying for?
And
I
why
ain't
are you
saying
in this
nothing out the way.
conversation? If you are
In what
Cherokee or whatever you
conversation?
are,
I never
Yeah,
said nothing out that I was no
you're in a
Cherokee.
black conversation with black
I
people.
never said I was a. I never said I was no
Well,
Cherokee or
let me
nothing
say
like
this:
that. No.
No, but
everyone is welcome. If he's a Native American, that's fine. Everybody's welcome.
pretend then.
But just for the record, I don't know why he just threw that on me because he got that loaded. He got that loaded. He didn't
No,
have
no,
anybody else to unload that on, so he just
no,
grabbed
no,
me
no,
and just
no.
threw
You
me into
said
that.
that. You said it.
Man.
And so anyway,
I
back to
said, what?
conversation.
What
You
exactly did
said
I
you're
say?
not from Africa. You're from
Ah,
here. You're from
man,
the United
I
States.
hate y'all zesty niggas, man. Y'all be
You
acting
said you're
too
from
fucking.
United
That's the
Can't
problem
States.
use how
with
you
you
say a word,
zesty
please.
You
motherfuckers.
said it
We
out
can't
your
use the N
mouth.
word, please. No N word, thank you.
All
Huh?
right.
Well, what you zesty dudes?
Hey,
That's the problem, bro. Y'all be just doing
Uh-huh.
female shit. Y'all do
Right, right,
super
right.
female shit.
So back
Y'all
to the
just
so
bitter
conversation.
argument.
anybody that disagree with you is zesty.
I never said that, but that guy is zesty. But
How
that
you
guy
know
is
I'm
zesty.
zesty, nigga? You don't know nothing about me.
How
I
you
can
know
hear
he's
your
zesty?
voice. I can hear your
So
voice.
you can tell by his
Oh, you can
voice
tell
that
by
he's
my
zesty.
voice that I'm
Yeah.
zesty.
Are you?
What the
Are you?
fuck?
Are you?
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Excuse my
Yeah,
language.
yeah. Well then, if you
Zesty
don't know what I'm
is
talking about, you
lemon.
don't know.
Lemon
Hey,
and
If
hey,
lime is
hey,
zesty.
Volvo, you wanna be. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. The only people I talk like that, they're calling dudes zesty because they're good, is females. I only hear females talk like that.
well, that's what you heard. I'm a male, and I said it. So I don't know what you're trying to
Hey
get
man,
at
well
when you say that.
then you just acting like the chick that raised you, then, bro.
All right. Well, a chick raised me and a man raised me. You can go on
Yeah,
my
I mean,
YouTube
but
channel. You
you
see my
acting like
mama and
that
father.
side though. You
Yeah,
acting
you
like
see
that
my mama
side
and
though.
father.
So
I mean,
anyway,
you
I
know.
don't play games like that. I talk straight up, and
so
I came in here talking straight up. I thought this was a straight up state.
I
I
mean, it
come
is
in
what
here talking straight up.
the conversation go wherever you take it, bro.
Oh no,
right,
I didn't take it nowhere. I said that I'm not from Africa.
right. That
Period.
means you from. Then
And that
where you
make it.
from? Where you from?
I'm
You
from
saying you
America.
right, and your
That
My
people is
makes
from
you a
family is
Native
America.
from
American,
Georgia,
Right,
Mississippi,
and
right,
that makes you a Native American,
Alabama, Arkansas, and
right.
Oklahoma. That's
and
where
that
I
makes
trace
you a
my
Native
lineage back
American,
to.
right? Because you're a
Well,
native.
uh,
Your
well,
people have been here.
technically,
Right.
I would be because I could trace my lineage back to before this was
Okay,
Okay.
before
great,
All
America
right.
great,
All right.
great,
was
bro.
a nation.
There you go. That's all I was saying,
Great.
and
So
you
We
we ain't
agreed.
appreciate
claiming
that. That's the
You
same thing
agreed.
that Shy said.
we ain't no. He tried to make me out to be some type of Cherokee or some shit
Well,
like
that's what the
that.
people that
I
were here.
never
I don't know
said
what
that.
tribe you from, what nation you
I
from,
never
but
said that.
yeah, but you don't
I
just
never
because
said
you
that.
don't know your nation and you're from here, you're from a nation, you're from an ethnic group here. So you may not
Yeah.
know it. You
My
don't
ethnic group
practice.
is Black American.
No, I'm sorry, sir. That's
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
it's
Yes.
well, I'm black American. So,
Well,
and
what
I'm
type
not.
of
My
black?
people
Well,
are
I'm a
not from.
foundational Black American. Well, let's make it clear that.
Okay, I
I'm a
don't know what.
foundational
Okay,
Black
there
I
American.
it
don't.
is.
I know what African Americans are, blacks, Negroes, and
Well,
colored
yeah,
people
you're an
are.
African American. I'm not African.
Right.
Hey,
All
So
right.
you're African American.
hey, Shy, let me switch the conversation for a second, man. Hey, Volvo, who you think is a bigger voting bloc, Latino Americans or Black Americans, FBA or
Black
whatever you want to
Americans.
call it?
Black
No, that boy,
Americans.
that
FBA.
hey, Dinus,
Yo,
you're a man of facts. Which one is a bigger voting group, Latinos or Black Americans?
Latinos.
That's
By
not true.
far.
That's
Hold
not
on,
by
true.
let me give
far.
you the facts. Only,
Most Latinos can't
hold
even
on.
vote.
Volvo,
Most Latinos can't vote.
let me finish the statement. Black people out of 47 million people, 45 to 40, only 13% vote. Latinos make up over 67 million and they vote at 40%. Those are facts. That's not how I feel. Those are
That is how
facts.
you feel. That's exactly
Oh,
how you
okay.
feel. We are the swing vote. That's why we are the swing vote. That's why we can get, if we don't like Trump this election, we can get Biden in. If we don't
What?
like Biden, we can get Trump in.
Hey,
Yeah.
Diners,
If we don't like
can you
if we
please?
don't like
The
if
only reason why Obama got in office was white people. It didn't have nothing to do with
nah
black people. If it was up
nah
to black, hold on for a second, Volvo. If it was up to black people, Kamala Harris would have won.
nope, that
But
ain't
back then,
true.
Volvo, please, man, please for a second, bro. Diners, when did black women vote for Kamala at 92%? Was it
Yeah,
96?
it's about 92. Probably more.
And black, so that shows you it was white people. After the COVID-19, they voted with Biden. Black people cannot put nobody in office or take nobody out just by themselves. It takes white guilt to put Obama in office. If white people and Latino people vote their way, because some Latinos identify as white, it would never be a black person in no type of office. If white people thought, Volvo, this, I promise, give me 30 seconds and you can have it. If white people thought the same way that black people thought, as black nationalists, we're going to vote for everything black, whatever black, it would never be a black person in Congress or in the Senate. Because they are the majority. And we only 47 million and only 13% out of 43 million vote.
Dinas, I've been dying to ask you how you like the progress of your boy.
Who's my boy?
The president.
I'll say this. I disagree with his involvement in South Africa, not the aid part, but the whole Afrikaner part. And then I don't agree with what he's
with
doing
the farmers.
With the farmers, right? And I don't agree with what he's doing in Gaza. But everything else, I think he's doing a good job.
Whoa. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's crazy.
How you feel about it, Shaw?
Yeah, well, I think that, let me say this. I don't like neither one of them, by the choices of Biden, Kamala, Trump, none of them. So if, that's another question. So if we don't like Trump and we don't like Kamala, then what do? We're only a swing vote, right? So nobody wanted to put Cornel West on. That would have been a protest vote or a vote just to say, he didn't really have a chance, but still, that would have been a
Shaw,
way.
Let me interject. Ain't Cornel West FBA?
Yeah, he's African American.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So they didn't. So the FBA, they didn't vote for him, right?
Oh no, and his platform was the best of all of them, and he supported reparations.
Let me say this.
And he supported reparations.
Right.
So why FBA didn't vote for Cornel West, Volvo?
Well, let me say this, right? We're no longer voting for a black face in a high place. It's about politics.
Okay.
Cornel West is a clown.
When did that start?
Well, it just started. You at the beginning.
Okay, got you.
Okay.
My goodness, bro.
So hold on, my fault, Volvo. You saying 2025 or 2024?
You can't be quiet. You can't.
Hey, I just want to know when it started, man. Give me the context.
2024.
He means 2024.
2024. Cornel West is a buffoon. Cornel West is a buffoon.
December 31st.
Nobody's voting for no damn Cornel West. He's a buffoon. He's a clown. Period, man. Who
did you vote for, Volvo?
I voted for Trump.
Okay, got you.
And you like his performance too.
This is the thing. It doesn't matter. See, one thing about us as black people, we have this thing about we want to talk about how we feel and who like us. At the end of the day, it's about getting something done. And if you look on the internet or on all these social media platforms, everybody's talking about, wait, it ain't nobody in the office. Like it seems like the Roland Martins and the Sugar Boy, they want us to be mad about something that we ain't mad about. Like, oh, y'all ain't get no symbolism. Like, we didn't want no symbolism. We don't give a damn who's in the office. So that's one part that I agree with Volvo about. We don't care who's in the office. Just get that shit done. Clog up that immigration, because that ain't for our benefit at all. I don't give a damn what type of soft spot you got. I don't give a damn how many burritos you eat. I don't give a fuck how if you ate at the Minco Flacco on Jimmy Carter Boulevard. I don't give a fuck. Them coming over here at 700,000 a week is not in our best interest. You get what I'm saying?
So at the end of the day, by that happening, our interest things should be better for us if the immigration is cut, limited, or whatever. Because the before we had all that immigration, we weren't doing
that Boost Mobile, bro.
Hold on. Before we had the immigration, we weren't doing all that good then.
You on that Boost Mobile, Shaw?
Who's not doing that good, though?
Things were getting bad for us after all of those jobs.
You got to get rid of that Boost Mobile. You got to get rid of that church phone.
Let me finish my thing.
We can't hear you, bro.
Oh, okay.
I can hear him.
You sound like Herbie Hancock.
I hear him fine. I hear him just fine.
Yeah, bro. Okay. You just talking too goddamn much.
So anyway, what I'm saying is that before it was a big immigration invasion, we have been going down steadily. We've been going down since the mid 60s, early 70s, when they moved all the jobs out of the United States into the other countries. Things have been going for us progressively worse and worse and worse. And so for y'all to make this immigration thing like the all in all, like things are going to get so much better for us, I'm seeing the opposite of that, because if they do cut Medicaid, Medicare, and what else? And I don't think they're gonna mess with Social Security. They might do that too. Then what y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna say? Well, he was I don't know. Y'all not gonna say nothing. But they
Man,
could
yeah, the
actually do
sky is
that.
not falling. The sky is not falling, man. Yeah, I mean, y'all need to get off
If he cuts
that
Medicaid
Democrat.
and Medicare, then what?
The sky is falling. He's not
All
cutting
right. So if
Medicaid and
they cut
Medicare.
Medicaid and
He's not
Medicare on
cutting it.
one of
It's not
those,
going to get cut. The
you're
sky is
saying
not
that, but we
falling.
don't know.
We're not going back into slavery. None
No.
of that stuff is going on.
Oh, it's not,
Y'all
huh?
live.
And you know how many black
No,
people lost jobs? And probably PG County was hit really hard because we got so many black federal workers. But you know how many black people lost jobs with the federal?
they should have been doing something. They
We
should have
don't
been
know.
doing something.
Oh,
They
right. They
were
should
they
have been
were
doing something. You sound
yeah, they should have
stupid.
been doing something. No, I sound perfectly
No, they
fine.
got a job. They got
A
a
job
job
doing what? A job doing
working for the
what?
federal government.
Doing what?
I don't care what they're doing.
I know you don't care. I do.
Oh, hold on. Let me pass it to Maximilian. Go ahead, Maximilian.
What? What are you talking about? What? Yeah,
I'm
me,
African.
Bobo.
Oh, he's not
Bobo. We
African.
know, man.
That's
We
Bobo.
know you, and we get it already. Hey, man, you couldn't be gay in Africa, by the way. But go ahead. I don't care what Malcolm X said. I'm not Malcolm X, brother. I'm not. I don't need to take
No,
a DNA test for these people to
and
tell
he
me
not
who I am.
gonna. He's
Yeah, I'm
not
not
gonna.
gonna. I'm not gonna.
Right.
I'm not
He don't
gonna.
want to see that percentage, that
I'm not.
low percentage or no percentage of
I'm
Indian.
not going to send my DNA to some company so they can send me back a paper and tell me who I am. Knock it off.
He's
No, I
scared.
can't see them on my phone right now. So no, I can't see. Man, just get to it, man. You silly, man. Just tell me. All right. All right. Beautiful. Wonderful. Black and African ain't the same thing. But go ahead. I became black in America. Right. Everybody came. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Talk about it. Chinese man came from Africa. Chinese man came from. No, I know I didn't. No, I came from Cleveland, Ohio.
Maximilian, what's your DNA test say? What's your percentage of Native American? What's the percentage? That's
You
high.
think? You think? You think? That means you're lying. That's something you would know off the back of your head if you having these conversations. You think? Yeah. Right. Right.
Right.
Right.
Can I can I ask a question?
Most African Americans have
Do you know how
One thing,
weird y'all sound right
most
now?
African Americans
all
have
right,
very little a percentage of American Indian.
all right, all
Very,
right. So,
right.
so
Right.
yeah, yeah. Just 1 minute, please.
What most
I
African
come in. Just
American
I come in. Wait, please,
if your
please.
father
1 minute.
is full
Movo,
blooded Cherokee, hold on, wait,
Movo,
real fast. If
Movo,
you're
Movo.
real fast,
Can you
hold on, bro. I know you're gonna
hey,
ask me an African
give brother
question.
some time to talk
Hold
about,
on,
bro?
let me
I'm not only
hold
trying to
on,
talk to you,
wait.
but you have been talking for
If
long now.
no, I
y'all can
got you.
take
I
turns,
got
bro.
you.
Take turns. Take
If he's
turns.
50% African, right? I mean, 50% Cherokee. Wouldn't I mean? No, he's full blooded Cherokee. Wouldn't you
Right.
be 50% Cherokee by default? You'd be 50%,
No.
right? Why not?
All right.
He's full blooded.
Let me explain it to you. One ancestor and your ancestry test does not outweigh 30 ancestors. You see what I mean?
No, I
If
don't. You said the guy's full blooded.
no, I'll explain it. I'm gonna give you an example. If your mama is 100% white and your daddy's black, your Nigerian ancestry from all them 300 years is still gonna be dominant in your ancestry.
No, it's dominant. All
You
right,
understand
got
what I'm
you. I
saying?
got you. I got you. All right, I got you.
It's not that one
Dominant.
person. Yeah.
Well,
All right.
dominant
Hold on.
DNA.
Let go ahead. Go ahead, Kato. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, one thing that we always get wrong about this theory that white people came about that all human beings came from out of Africa, we need to really dig behind that thing to get to know whether it is true. Because there are a lot of scientific facts that are coming up to debunk that thing to say is wrong. Yes. There are some skeletons people are finding now, all parts of the world, that are debunking those things. And
Nope.
they I know the oldest skeleton in the world was from Ethiopia, right? But uh there are other ancient scripts, and there are other things in the Middle East. For example, I watched a certain documentary the last time, and those documentaries they talk of there was some things they found, some artifacts they found in the Middle East around, I think, was it Iran? Yeah, Iran, that around that location. And that particular place they talk about, they found some things there that are very, very, very old. Very, very old. And I was talking from the beginning today. I said that I'm a Christian. I know, like, sometimes people having conversation, people say do not bring a belief, but I would like to say that philosophy, the foundation of every man's philosophy is their belief. Whether you're atheist, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, your philosophy, the foundation is your belief. And when you read the Bible makes us to understand
Bro,
that
what the hell is you talking about?
The
wait,
Bible.
let
The
me end my,
Bible.
my statement.
Yeah,
Let
bro,
me
you're
end my
just
statement.
babbling. You're not even
Bible.
saying nothing. You
The
just did
Bible
all
made
that,
us
cut
to
everybody
the
off
Hold
Bible
conversation off.
let him finish. Go ahead.
the Bible made us to understand that man, after they left the Garden of Eden, because they say Garden of Eden was lost. So
Lord.
the Bible made us to
Yeah,
understand
that's
that
what I'm saying, bro.
it
The
made
guy
us
keep babbling.
Let him finish. Go ahead.
Man,
Go
that
ahead.
shit
it
is
made us
dumb
to
as hell. Huh?
understand it made us to understand that they migrated, and those it was through those migration, those things come about. Like you need to, and like and some of them migrated to the east, some of them they came down south, and the children of Ham, they came down south. And when you read, and they were this one, but no, since I'm talking about, you are confused. I'm talking about Bible. Let me go to the ancient African history where they talk of Ham. They talk of Ham. They talk of the children of Ham
That's not
migrating.
ancient African history, bro. That's the Bible.
No, it's not just Bible. It's not just Bible. It's not just Bible. I'm telling you something. I'm telling you real facts. In fact, the black people from the Pacific, they confirm that. That the black people from the Pacific said that they came from Lake Tanganyika. You know the historical. You know the historical facts behind that. They said that.
You going to religion now, brother. You
Right,
losing
No,
Yeah,
that.
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
We're
He
not.
going
That's
all over the
not
place,
that's not
bro.
true.
Yeah, Coda,
That's not.
we're not children of
I'm just
Ham
trying.
or
Yeah,
Japheth
I don't.
or no,
No,
we not none of that.
He might
it's
be a
not.
child of Ham. He might be a child of Ham. Now I can have that conversation. He actually is the child of Ham. To be if we want to go biblical, he would be a child of Ham. I'm not a child of Ham. I don't fit the description
I'm trying
according
to
to the
deep.
Bible.
I'm trying to
Are you a
debunk
child of
that
mortadella?
that
No,
out of African theory.
I fit
That out of
I'm a
African
child
theory
of
is wrong.
Judah, according to the description in the Bible.
Oh Lord.
I
Okay,
just,
let's
I just,
move.
I just, I just, I just, I just know the black man is the original man. That's all you need to know.
No,
Every man,
even that
every man on this earth came from the black man. What, regardless
I,
of what your religion is,
I
it
could
started in
believe that.
Africa,
What's
and
the
that's the only
black
thing I
man?
need to
What's the
believe.
black man? What's the Africa and black is not the same thing.
Oh
I don't know
Lord.
why you keep
Well,
talking that.
bruh,
I don't know why.
We're confused.
name me another
Everybody,
name me
You,
another continent that black people came from. I'm listening. That they
the
originated from. I'm listening.
there's African. I mean, there's Indians that's darker than me in India. I just seen one today.
they're from Africa,
Darker than me.
right?
Yeah,
Are
They
they
they?
originate
migrated
out
from
from Africa,
Africa.
bro.
Are they? Are
Yeah,
they?
they
Yes.
migrated from
Well,
Africa.
they'll tell you that they ain't from Africa, so they wrong.
What is
Oh
originate
Everybody
well,
from
migrated
Africa?
from
you're
Africa.
telling us
That's
you're
your
not from
logic.
Africa. That don't mean
What
it
is
I'm not
mean
from
it's
Africa.
true. Well, that
what is
don't
Well,
mean it's
originate?
no,
true though.
no.
What is
Everybody
your
migrated from Africa, technically.
was your
Okay, that
ancestors
means
Listen,
sla- were your
you're
ancestors
everybody know
slaves,
confused,
brother?
brother.
everybody know
Yeah,
migrated
my
from
ancestors
Africa.
were slaves.
That's
Yes,
You're
not true.
100%.
confused.
Okay. We're gonna finish it. Your ancestors were slaves, right?
100%.
So they picked them up in Europe. They didn't pick them up in Africa, then, right? So since you ain't
Some
African,
of them got picked up in Africa.
N-
Some of
where
them
the
got
rest
picked
of
up in
where
Africa.
the rest of them get picked up at?
He said his
They
people
was
have
already
always
here.
been from the United States the whole time.
Well,
They've always
well,
been
if
here.
you, bro, stop trolling, bro.
That's
You
the
said
dumbest.
that. You said
Stop
That's
that.
the
trolling.
dumbest.
Stop
You
trolling.
said your people have been here for the whole time, all
Stop
the time.
trolling. Stop
And if
trolling.
that
It's
is the
weak.
case, they were
Stop
reclassified during
trolling.
slavery as
They were
Negroes.
Negro.
All
Yes,
right.
that's
So then
true.
that means you are from a tribe, a Indian
All right.
tribe.
All
You
right,
know,
then. All
I'm gonna
right.
say this. I'm gonna say
Right.
this, and maybe it's just a difference. I am so proud to call myself an African American. I love my African heritage. Ain't nothing more beautiful to me than an
What is
African.
your African heritage? What is your African heritage?
My mother, my
Well,
grandfather,
no.
my
What is
great
your
grandfather,
specific
my great
He's
African
great
trying to
heritage
tell you. You
on
got
the
to be
on the
quiet.
Nigeria.
continent of Africa?
You got to be
On the
quiet,
Nigeria.
bro,
continent.
so he can tell you. You interrupting
I'm
him.
I'm 35% Nigerian. I took the DNA test. I know I'm from Nigeria. I know I'm from Cameroon. I know I got some Ghana in me. It don't matter where I'm from. I am from Africa. When I look at my
How
DNA test,
old?
it says that's what I am.
How
I
old are
don't
you,
give a
sir?
damn if it was
And
10,000
that's what
years
he
ago.
looked like too. I'm looking at his
How old are
phenotype.
you?
I'm from
How old
Africa.
are
He
you,
looked
sir?
like he's from Africa.
I'm 53.
You damn near older than Nigeria.
Okay, I'm African.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that,
So you're just a generic African.
bruh. When I look in the morning and I look in the mirror, I see my ancestors. I see
What
my great
ancestors do
great
you see?
grandfather. They are from
Who?
Nigeria, bruh. I
Your
Well,
wasn't
great
all
great
we were, bro.
grandfather is from
Let me tell
Nigeria.
you something. We weren't always slaves, brother. We were people before we got here. My
Listen to
great
what I'm telling you.
great grandfather was not a slave. He was Nigerian. So
Mine was.
that's why a
Well,
lot of
if
us
yours
go back because
wasn't, we different. Yeah.
bro.
No,
right.
I do go back.
So what
I do go
state,
back.
Volvo?
If
What
your
state?
history starts as a slave,
No,
brother, I
what is
feel
you
sorry
asking?
for you.
What state is your people from, Volvo?
My surname, just my specific
No, what
surname,
state
goes
are
back
your people from? Where are your people from in the South?
all over America.
Okay, well,
All
what's one of
over.
the states? Well, give me one of the states
I'm
that you.
trying to tell you. My surname goes back to a plantation in Rough Edge, Georgia.
Okay, so
Rough Edge,
Georgia.
Georgia.
All right, so they got Native
Okay.
American or American Indian reservations in Georgia, right?
Okay.
And so that could be one of your ancestors. Now, those people that live on a reservation, when I see
Well,
the
I
people
don't
that
know
live
nothing
on a
about that.
reservation, well,
No,
I'm just
I'm gonna
saying
be honest.
these are indigenous people.
I don't think Georgia does have a reservation.
Oh, they
Here's
don't.
the thing, right? Here's the
I
Oh,
don't
thing,
think they
okay.
right?
do. They
I don't.
don't.
All right. Well,
Here's the thing,
we could
right?
pick any reservation since it's people from all over the country, right? So we'll pick
Listen,
any reservation,
as a
I'm,
and when we
as
I'm
go,
from
when we
I'm from
go to the
Mississippi.
reservation, wait, listen to my point. When we go to the reservation and we see the people that live on the reservation, they don't look like you, Maximilian.
well, let me say this,
No, they
They
right?
don't
don't.
look like me. They don't look like Dinus.
We deal
So
with facts. That's all we deal with. We don't deal with no DNA. Tell me I'm from this region or
I'm
none of
not
that.
talking about
We
DNA. I'm
dealing.
talking about the
No,
people that live on the
listen to what I'm
reservations,
saying.
the American Indians.
We can trace our lineage back, name by name. If I gave you my name, right, you could do it. This is no secret documents or none of that.
Bro,
You
that
And
is
can.
what's
If
not
the
I
your
get, hold on,
name.
and the name? Wait, the name that
listen.
he's gonna come
That's
up
a
with is a
white man's
European
name.
name, right?
That's a
It's a
white man.
European
That's your
Yeah,
name.
master's name.
yeah.
It's a
That's
European
my
name.
master's name.
So
Yes,
okay,
that's my
well,
master's name.
what's your name before the Europeans?
I don't know,
Oh,
and
you
you
don't
don't know
know, do
either,
you? And your people
and
been
you
here
don't know
forever,
either.
right? I'm
Yeah,
not
and you
looking
don't
for
know
that.
either.
I'm not
You
supposed to know.
why ain't you?
I'm not
not
supposed
supposed to
to
know either.
know.
So
I
what
don't
are
need
you
to
talking about?
know.
What
I'm
are you
talking
talking
about
about? Right.
you. I'm
Right.
talking
I
about
don't need to
you.
know
You
either.
don't speak the language.
I
You
don't.
don't
Well, I
practice.
do speak the
You
language.
what language do you speak?
I speak English.
That's not the language of the people that was here before the Europeans came here.
We don't.
So so
I'm
you
a descendant of slaves. I keep telling you the same shit.
so
Oh,
what?
you just trolling.
There were
You just
Indians that were
trolling.
enslaved. There were
Well,
Talk
American Indians
about
that
it.
were
Talk about
enslaved.
it. Talk
well,
about
let me.
that. Talk about
Hey,
that.
Maximilian's
No,
father
I'm talking
probably
about
speak
yeah.
hey,
Cherokee or
my,
Choctaw, whatever it
my,
was.
my dad. We from Mississippi. My daddy grew up on the
Me
reservation.
too.
It's called Sand Hills in Philadelphia, Mississippi. I know the exact house that my grandmother lived at. I know what a Choctaw
In
is. And
Philadelphia,
I might
Mississippi.
look like a Choctaw, but I'm a black man. My mama
In
is a
Philadelphia,
woman.
Mississippi.
Yeah, yeah, Philadelphia. That's where the
That's
reservation's at.
where what's the running back name from? God damn, I forgot his name.
I don't know. That's where Choctaw Central is at.
Do
You
you
can
speak?
Google
Does
it.
your dad speak any Choctaw?
He speaks. Choctaw. They broke them from that when they were in like the
Okay.
50s and the 30s, bro. Yeah, they
All
was
of us
beating.
got
They was
broke from
beating.
our language,
Yeah.
whatever language
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Well, the
yeah.
spoke.
ones on the reservation still speak it. Many
They,
of
they,
them do.
not
Many
not
of
They
as
them
much.
should.
do.
Not as much.
Man, they speak
Just
English.
being
Y'all
just
all
being
that shit
honest.
speak English.
Just being honest.
Man,
And
y'all
some
But
of
want to
them,
act like
some of them lost more than others, but there are some that
yeah,
still speak
but
the
but there's
language,
some
still
that there.
practice the
Yeah.
religion.
There's some that I'm gonna say 50%.
wasn't nobody in my
Yeah,
family on no damn
yeah.
reservation. We was on
But
the
yeah,
plantation.
they punish Native Americans, especially in Mississippi, for
We
speaking
was
their
I
language
come
right.
from the plantation.
Right.
Period.
You come from the where the Africans was in the damn plantation
And you
working
And
for
still
not
free.
just that. And hold on, wait. And
and you
not just
still there.
and not just the Africans, like you said, Indians was enslaved too. You said that.
Yeah,
That's
No,
what
no.
you
there
said.
were some that was
So, and if they
right.
were, you don't think they
And
would procreate with the
no, I know
Africans?
they miscegenated or they mixed in with the
So, what's your
Africans.
argument then? So, what's
So
your
my
argument?
argument is this is that if you say that if they mix, right, you're not saying nothing about the mix. You saying I'm not
I am.
mixed.
That's all we
So
talk about is FBA.
hold on. You
Hey,
triggered. You triggered. Let me
hey, boo,
finish.
boo, boo.
What you're
You ever
No,
plan
saying
no,
on
you're
is
coming?
that
losing the argument. You're losing the argument.
hold on. What he's saying is that he's not even mixed. He's 100%. Now you know you
I never
100%
said that.
American.
I never
You
said
said
that.
your people
I
come from
never
the
said
United
that.
States and your people are
Okay,
I
not from
never said
Africa.
that.
You
When
said
okay.
your
he
Let me
people are
ask you
asked
not from
me,
straight.
Africa.
when he
Hey,
asked me, he
You
let
asked
me.
me
said your
something.
people do not come from Africa. That's what you
Okay,
Man,
said.
we
you just
got
losing the
So
argument.
Are you
Yeah.
if
playing?
you know that,
Stop,
then you
stop for a
should
minute.
know.
Stop for a minute. Are you planning on going to Africa with Diners at any point this year?
Me?
Yeah,
I've been
Bobo.
no, I'm not planning on going to Africa to
Come
visit.
on, Bobo. Bobo.
Oh, fuck no. I ain't about to go to no damn Africa. Why would I go to Africa?
He's not from there. His people are not from there.
Well,
I
Yeah,
have
then,
no desire
he knows
to
he's
go to
not
Africa.
mixed. Yeah, but I
When
bet you look
I
at him,
when I
he probably
when
darker than you,
I
Maximilian.
when
but
I see
but
these
but
Africans floating away on shit,
you know what Diners is about, though, right?
yeah, I understand what that. Yeah. So what's the point?
But I'm trying to see if a man don't want to go back to Africa. You don't think you're African. Why are you
I
on
came
Diners
here
Club
to
channel?
touch
Thank
on
So,
the.
you. Thank you.
So I welcome different
Thank you.
viewpoints and opinions.
Okay, Don.
So
Okay,
it's
Don. Okay,
yeah,
okay, okay.
Okay, yeah, that's
No,
right.
here's the thing though, right? When they up
I'm
here
I'm
having
I'm
about
confused though. I'm really confused.
when they having a conversation about something going on the continent of Africa, I don't even hit the click button. I don't request to come up. I don't speak about that. If it's an
Okay,
American topic, I'm
okay.
qualified
I
to
got
speak
you.
on that.
This
I'm
is
not. I feel as
called
though that's.
historical
I feel as though
amnesia.
No,
that's disrespectful for me to try
Our
to speak on African business.
our people have historic amnesia, and we have been taught that Africa is negative and that is
It is.
nothing
It
good.
is.
And
It
so,
is. It's nothing good.
and this was done from the turn of the century. My mother was born in 1929, right? And she's in elementary school. She's telling me if a kid called you African, those were fighting words. So
it was an insult.
this is what he is gone through, and his cycle of and generations have been putting that on him, and that's why he talked like that, and other FBAs talk like that. And so one of the major goals of Black Studies was to help us to heal and correct that misinformation that we have been getting, and some of us didn't get it, and some of us won't. And guess what? Those of us who are in this mindset and don't want to see the facts and the truth about who they are, where they are and what time it is. See, this is crucial. It's who you are, where you are, because that's important. Because
Right.
if you think you're in your own country or you're in America, your country, you're confused. And
I'll
the
tell you.
Is
time.
your let me ask you this, right? Let me
I'll
ask you
give you an
this, right?
example. So let's share. Everybody take a turn. Everybody take a turn. Go.
Come
There you
on, bro.
go.
You silly. Come on.
Go ahead. Your turn.
Go ahead. All right. Let me ask the guy this, right? Is your lifestyle accepted in Africa?
Who are you talking to?
You.
You don't know me.
I'm asking a simple question.
I'm not even. I don't. You talking to me?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I just said something to you.
what,
Yeah.
what the
Is
names
your
on the
lifestyle
screen. The
accepted
names
in
on the
Africa?
screen.
Huh?
What are you talking about? What do you mean, my
Is your
lifestyle? What is that?
LGBT lifestyle accepted in Africa?
Oh, okay. You're playing games.
I'm
Okay,
not.
so
I'm asking a simple question.
if you
What
want to
I'm
answer,
asking,
don't
that's a
answer. Just
simple
say yes.
question. That's fair. What's not fair about the question I just asked?
What did you ask? I didn't hear you, bro, because you kind of.
Is his
He's
LGBTQ lifestyle accepted in
he
Africa?
thinks he knows me.
Okay. So you
He
don't
don't
want to
I'm
know
answer
me,
that.
asking.
Well,
Well, all right. Well, he
bro.
ain't
You
gonna answer
you
that
you're
question now, is he?
talking. You sound
Yeah.
stupid.
Well, you're not. He's not
See,
gonna
You
answer
you
the question.
sound
That's a fair
stupid.
question.
You
That's a fair
sound
question.
stupid,
That's a
right?
fair
okay.
And
question.
I'm not
Hey,
biting.
Donnie.
I'm not biting on your
Hey, Donnie.
stupidity.
See, I
Go
don't
ahead.
want. Let's not get personal, man. Please, let's not get
No,
personal.
No,
he's
I'm
trying
saying
to.
though,
He's trying
that's a
to
fair question
push a button.
because
No,
if you
you
no,
sound
I'm not pushing
stupid.
the button. I'm
It's
not
stupid.
pushing
You
the button.
sound stupid.
I'm not pushing the
Okay.
button.
You
If that's
sound
how you
stupid.
are,
You're
Okay.
if that's
making
how
Okay.
you are,
assumptions
you're supposed
about
to
who I
stand on
am.
it.
Are you stupid?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're
Okay.
supposed to stand on
Yeah,
who you
no,
are.
you're
So,
stupid.
all right.
Okay. So
Right. That's what you are.
you two didn't ask y'all questions. So clearly we're gonna move on to the next question. So, are you planning on ever going to Africa? If you're gonna have an opinion or somewhere, I think you should go. And that's you, Bobo. You don't think you should go and visit before you get an opinion?
Why would I need to go to Africa, brother? I
Right.
don't. I'm not.
I'm just saying, dude.
I've
I'm
never
He
asking you a
had
makes
a
question.
us. He
desire.
makes assumptions about people and about things. So that
Yeah,
follows suit. That makes sense. That he don't need
yeah.
to go
So
because he knows what it is.
I
I
I'm
think
making.
you.
Hold
I
on,
actually
wait.
I'm
think you
making
do
an
need to go.
assumption
I
about you too,
I'm making an
Bobo.
assumption.
My
I'm making
Okay.
an
assumption about
assumption.
you is that you are a buffoon.
Okay.
That's
That's
my
fine.
assumption.
Okay, here's my thing,
But
right?
it doesn't mean it's true. You just
I
act like a
assume
buffoon.
I assume that shit tastes horrible. It smells horrible. It looks horrible. It could be delicious. I never know because I never eat a piece of shit.
Have you ever
I can
have you
only
Anyway,
go off
have you ever
my
met
thanks.
anybody?
educated.
You ever
Thank
met
you,
anybody
sir.
from Africa? You ever met anybody from
What?
Africa?
Several. I live in America, bro. Of course, there's Africans all around this mother.
Do you think they pieces of shit?
I don't really care for them.
No, which African are you talking about? Because this how many
Listen,
countries and how many
I've met all types of Africans. I don't know, bro. I don't really care for them. I
have you
met
did any
if you want to get technical, Jamaicans is Africans. I don't really care for them.
So, so
Jamaica's is not
Maximilian,
African.
can we talk about
Huh?
something constructive?
Well, hold on,
Because
wait.
focusing on
Um,
him is not constructive.
Okay,
Like
yeah, okay. That's
the conversation about the politics of this country, what's going on in this country, is important. And
mm,
I came in
but
when I
why
did. I don't know
though?
what y'all.
If
okay.
you're going to if you're African, why? Why not?
Um,
Yeah, like why?
Well,
Yeah, you got bigger fish to fry in Africa.
well, I'm gonna
uh,
first thing, I'm a Democrat. I'm gonna tell anybody that I'm a diehard Democrat. I don't think nothing
Duh,
about Donald Trump gonna make me vote for
duh,
him. I'm never gonna vote against my own interests, whether the
duh.
Democrats are good or bad. They're better than the Republicans. I'll take that one. So I
okay,
Now,
so
probably
now,
disagree
how
with me
dumb
on
does
that one.
that sound, bro? That sounds pretty dumb, bro. See, me,
yeah,
I don't care. I vote for policies. I mean, yeah, I vote for
So
policies and not the party.
what policy
I
has a
just,
Republican done for African Americans when you're trying to cut away affirmative action? You're trying to deep
yeah, we need to get rid
take
of that.
finance away from historically black colleges. I went to Jackson State, so that affects me personally. When you try to
What
defund,
finances trying to get took from historically black colleges?
so what now?
He's not going to touch those institutions.
Yes, he is. He's telling us right now he's going to defund us if we keep teaching African American studies. That's exactly what he's telling us. At a
Well,
HBCU, he's telling us he's going to take our Pell Grants at a black
we'll cross that
institution. That
we'll
no,
cross that
we're
road when
already
we
at that
get there.
bridge. We're
right,
No,
already
we
at that
right.
not.
bridge.
No, we
And this
not.
is what the people who voted for
Is the
Trump
funding
say.
cut?
They say that he's doing
Is the
fine.
funding cut?
Everything is good. Everything
Right.
is good that
No,
he's doing
everything is not
except
good.
one
Every no,
thing.
every
I
no.
think,
I voted for him.
like I said, I only disagree with Trump with the whole Afrikaner comment, or white farmers in South Africa and Gaza.
Yeah.
Everything else, I have no problem with.
My thing is, yeah, me too. It's something. No, I got a problem with him freeing those Jan 6ers. He should never did that. But
Okay.
I understood
I agree.
going in,
And that I
going,
agree with that too. Some of them should have stayed locked up.
What about
yeah,
him
but
calling?
going
What about
into
him calling government
that's something
employees?
that I had to.
What about him calling government employees the enemies of the
Damn,
state?
some of them is if you're stealing money.
Now
If you're stealing money, you're an enemy.
he's doing a lot, y'all. I've been seeing stuff and hearing stuff that he's
But
doing that we're not even talking about that he's doing that is like
like
not
what?
Very, very,
good.
very true.
Not
Like what?
good.
Now, if you got
Like
anybody, if you got anybody in your family works for the government, tell me, are they stealing money from the government? I have a daughter, I have a brother, I retired from the
what do
military.
they
I know
do?
everybody's got people that works for the
What do
federal
they
government.
do though? What do they
It
do?
ain't none of your business what they do. It
They
don't
work for
matter
the
what they
federal
do.
government.
They got a
It is.
job.
They work for the
They
federal
got a
government. I'm a
job.
taxpayer. They
They
work
got a
for me.
job. Right. There's a whole lot of jobs that are
But yeah,
like
They
they're
work
yeah.
for
state
me.
they're
Yeah.
state jobs, right? There are jobs with Amazon that people ain't doing shit. Who do you
Right.
work for? Who you work
No,
for?
I'm a truck driver.
Okay, so you work for companies, or you driving a truck for a company, maybe, or you might, are
Yeah.
you in? All right, so
Yeah.
When you
so
need
there
your
may be
social security, when you
there
need
may
your
be
social
times when
security
he's not
check,
doing shit that we could be watching
my
you
point is
That
24/7.
ain't what I'm saying. That ain't
when
what
you
I'm
need your
saying. That ain't
when
what
you
I'm
need your
saying.
social
That is
security
what you're
check.
saying.
No,
No, it's
my
not.
point is when you need your social security check, you call the Social Security Administration. When your
Yeah.
house gets blown down, you call FEMA.
Yeah.
When you need your food stamps or somebody needs help, you call the Department of Human Services. The
Yeah.
government has a purpose. Don't sit there and tell them
Right.
people they
No,
lazy when they go to work.
bro.
Just like the
Are
FBI,
you?
the Federal
You're
Bureau of
not
Prisons,
listening to
they all
nothing that
have
he said.
jobs.
You're not
And
listening to nothing that the man said. The man, y'all not y'all got selective
and
hearing.
under Democrats, they were
The
giving
guy is saying,
Ukrainians.
listen.
Under
The guy
Democrats,
is
they're
saying,
giving.
yeah, they
But
giving the
no,
Ukrainians all this dumbass money. Yeah,
but
but
let's not
what
villainize
he's
federal employees though. Let's not villainize them.
no,
They have a job like
that's
everybody else.
not what he's saying. That's
What
not
I'm
what he's
saying is
saying.
that it don't
He's
matter
saying
to
that there's
me.
a lot of people. Yeah, he said there's 2 million federal employees. Some of these people ain't even alive. He said
That's
some of
some
these people ain't even.
bullshit. That's some
No,
Donald
it's
Trump
not.
bullshit.
No, it's
Federal
not. He
federal
said,
employees
That's
make up
he said
federal
the same.
employees make up 1% of the working workforce in America. 1%. That's what federal employees make up.
You know what Donald
But
Trump said about voters? That there were how many dead people that were voting, and the shit that he
yeah,
did in Atlanta,
yeah.
and the stuff that he did in Pennsylvania. He said the same kind of stuff. Dead people were. He said he made up all kind of lies. Donald Trump lies,
All the
right?
time.
We know that. You know that. Everybody knows that.
You
So
putting you put you
Joe
putting
so
Biden lies.
putting
Kamala Harris
terrorists
lied.
against our
yeah,
best
yeah,
Kamala
yeah,
Harris lied
yeah,
and said she
yeah,
was black.
yeah, yeah.
Kamala
So
Harris
what?
lied and said she was
So
black. She was
nobody
listening
said
to
nothing about
Tupac in college.
Biden or Kamala or any of them because for me it doesn't matter who's in
Well,
power,
here's
what
my
party's
thing.
in
Here's
power.
my thing, though. Here's my
Wait a
thing,
minute.
right?
I'm
Before
talking. It doesn't matter who's in power for us because we've been dwindling, going down, 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 and we've been under terrorism and all kind of shit. So it don't matter if it's Republicans or Democrats that are in office. It's not doing us any good, and if we don't come together and do our own shit and try to use the
why do you
system,
care though? That's weird that you care so much because you
well,
got a
I
whole
care because
continent
I've
an
to
been
take care
American
of.
working.
citizen. He's an American citizen. He's supposed to care.
I care
Yeah, but
because
I'm
my
saying though,
people are here, and I have worked in my community for many
no, your
years.
people are in Africa. You got a whole
My
continent to worry
people are
about.
in the United States and Africa. That's where
And
my
Knock it
people
off.
are. Right.
Knock it off.
And we and
we're attacking Canada, our next door neighbor, putting 25% tariffs on every war we've ever been through. Canada's went
Good
through.
job. Good job. Good
it ain't
job,
doing
But you
nothing for
but
taxpayer.
us.
but you over the hugging Putin,
What's
a
that doing
goddamn.
for us though? What's that doing for 47 million 50 million African Americans? What's that doing for us?
What do you mean
Nothing.
When
attacking
you say
Canada?
that's always gonna be a bad favorite
The
country.
tariffs on Canada and Mexico, what is it doing for
You're
us?
doing nothing for us
And
but
then
raising
what is
our
Ukraine?
fuel
What is
costs.
the war in Ukraine doing for us?
Well, that's something you gotta
Now we
ask
can
Biden
ask
about
the
that. You gotta
question,
ask Biden
what is
about that.
affirmative action? Okay, I got into college through affirmative action, through what was it called? Affirmative action.
Yeah. Well,
I
you
went to
weren't good
college
enough
through that
then. Yeah, you
program.
weren't good enough. Yeah, you weren't
Well,
good enough.
I don't care if I was good
Now,
enough or not. It helped.
what I'm gonna agree
So
with Dinus on me.
I
Hey,
can't argue
Dinus.
with that.
right.
Hey,
So
one thing.
and a bunch of us did. So now they're getting rid of that. So a lot of people who would.
Where'd you go
Good.
to college? Shaw, where'd you go to
Hey,
college at?
I went to University of Washington, Seattle, and San Francisco State.
Well, you
now
know,
Dinus. One
it
thing.
was
Oh, I'm
so
sorry. Go ahead, Dinus.
the schools in California, they had got rid of affirmative action even before Trump canceled
Right.
DEI.
In the 90s, I think.
Yeah, so
Yes.
you can't.
Yeah, that's true. But when I went, it was in play. But yeah, so you got a point. But I'm saying there's a lot of things that we benefit from that they're getting rid of, and we don't know it because many of us are not even in the position to take care of it. We're just not aware of the things that we get. My point is this: is just simply that we need to pay close attention to what they're doing so that we know how it may affect us and we can make adjustments because we'll look up and be like, wow, they cut this and cut that. There's no well, I mean, one of the worst case scenarios is there's no medical care for those of us who don't have insurance at all. Then that's a big deal. There'll be millions of
Well,
African Americans with no insurance if Medicaid or Medicare is gone.
and I agree, but I'm gonna tell you something, Dinus. I'm gonna agree with you. I really don't care about him eliminating affirmative action. I really don't,
Right.
because I think that's the worst thing that ever happened to black people's affirmative action. If you gotta hire me because you gotta hire me, I don't want to work for you. But to me, when
I
we
feel the
go
same
back,
way.
when the black people were in our highest point, and we were in our strongest points, we talking about the 40s, not the 60s, not the 70s, in the 40s, Black Wall Street. We ran our own business. And I think
Black Wall
sometimes as
Street was
Louis
in the
Farrakhan,
20s. It was in the
yeah,
20s,
them
by the
20s,
way.
yeah, like I said, not the 40s, I'm talking about the 40s and 30s, but I'm going back. I'm not going to get the exact date. But that's when we had the most strength. When we had our own stuff, we had our own business, we had our own banks, we did our own stuff.
Right.
And so I think it's high time for black people to quit relying on white people so much. And I'm gonna say something that somebody told me. Black people need to start acting like Jewish people.
I agree with
We need
that.
to we need to start creating our own wealth. You ever been to, you will never go to McDonald's and see a Jewish person working behind a counter.
Hold on. Let me say this though. You got to
We need
understand though.
to, but we're
Yeah,
not. And when
no,
they cut these things,
you got
right,
to
we
keep
need.
it in context though. Saying that is just that feel good to say that. We need to start acting like Jewish people. Jewish people ain't being sabotaged and haven't been sabotaged for
Say
one. So it's
what?
kind of hard. Jewish people are not being sabotaged, and they have not been sabotaged.
What?
So
Saba,
it's
what?
kind.
He's saying
What is that?
sabotage.
Oh, sabotage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Right.
it makes it
I
hard to
agree.
operate like them.
I
So
agree.
here's the
No,
thing, and
I
also
totally
another thing.
disagree with you on that.
Well, I don't know why you do that. You gonna have to show me where the government put drugs
Well,
in the Jewish community. Yeah, and you gonna have to show me where the Jewish.
let me tell you why I know it. Because I've been running my own business since I was 24 years old. I ain't never smoked no weed. I ain't never used no crack. I ain't never
All of us
shot
don't smoke
nobody.
weed. All of us don't smoke crack. Everybody ain't shooting people.
Okay. So it's a personal choice. If you're
No,
gonna be a
brother.
top dog, let me finish. Because if I can do it, anybody else can do it.
Well, then, if that's the case, we could
The only
argue.
difference between me and anybody else is I
Yeah.
wanted to do it.
But look at the logic of that. So if you say that it's merit, it's individual merit. If you use that, then we could argue the whole thing of well, we're in a situation we're in now because we haven't come together to build our businesses in our community. But
That's
then
not true.
wait a minute. But the argument that Vovo just made is also true, which is we've been terrorized and we've been redlined and we've been all of these things have happened to us. So then, how do you reconcile that? Well, it's your own merit. If you can do it, then we could do it as
Okay.
40 million people. You can't.
I'll answer
That
that
don't
question.
fit. That don't fit.
I'll answer that question. And I told Dinus, me and Dinus talk off the line sometimes. My 8th grade English teacher told me something that stayed with me for my whole life. She said, son, there's a million and one reasons you can't do it. Find the one reason you can. And I found that one reason. Racism, I'll deal with it. But they don't give me credit. I
You got
save
an
my money.
echo there. You got an echo.
So my thing is, I don't look for you telling me what I can't do. You can give me 1,000 reasons why I can't do something. I'm gonna get that one reason why I can, and that's what I'm gonna focus on.
But we're not you,
Okay,
and
let me say this
it's
right.
40
Everybody's
million
not
of
you,
Okay,
bro.
us.
You sound
With 40
crazy, bro.
million of us. No, he don't
ain't
sound
nothing,
This
crazy.
the
He's
thing.
making a point.
No,
ain't
no, he
nothing,
sound crazy
ain't
because
nothing
all the
special
listen,
about me. Ain't nothing special
listen
about
to
me.
what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm telling you, though. Right, the government that's supposed to be the referee and make sure everything is ran clean is sabotaging a group of people. They're actively sabotaging the people. So that's hard to overcome. So that's hard to overcome when the game you got to play in is rigged.
Well, how did I overcome it?
I don't. You one of those special people.
Hey
And
guys,
most
we
people.
got. Hey
Hold on,
guys.
wait. Hold on,
Hey
wait. Hold
guys.
on. Oh, go ahead.
Well, no,
Damn.
but
Go ahead,
we're about to
Donnie.
close out. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. But the next time, family, down at Search for Huru. Peace.
All right, bet.